you doing, friend?
I am wonderful.
Yeah, it's so good to see you.
It's always good to see you. Oh my God, do you see they are loving you? Oh my
that's
goodness.
Nice. How y'all doing?
Colman, did you enjoy the Spirit Tunnel?
I did.
You did?
The Spirit Tunnel was good.
You worked it.
It was a vibe. You know what? I wanted to like ease into it.
Yes.
Look at that.
That's the ease.
That's the ease.
Okay.
Look at that. Oh, that was sweet.
Listen, you have been easing into all of these Oscar nominations. Congratulations. You were nominated for Sing Sing.
Thank you.
How does that feel?
It feels amazing. I mean, apparently it's made some history, you know, like a rare time when you're consecutively nominated, you know. The last time it was Denzel Washington.
Wow.
You know, so I'm in good company, you know. It feels amazing. It feels amazing, especially for a film like Sing Sing, which I'm so proud of.
Yes.
It's meaningful. It's about the spirit of art and putting theater and art into people, you know, especially people who are incarcerated and giving them another path, you know?
That is such a unique idea. Now, I have to ask, are you superstitious when it comes to like the awards, and do you write like do you prepare anything?
I don't prepare anything.
No?
No, you know why?
Why?
I don't know why. I think I want to respond to the room.
I understand.
And I want to listen to the room and feel it out. And also, I don't want to set myself up for failure. You know, when they don't call my name. So it's funny because anytime I've ever won anything, I'm genuinely surprised because I'm just so focused on like being in the room and seeing my colleagues and hugging on people that I'm like, oh, wait a minute, I need to say something. But then I just try to just speak from the heart and trust that the divine has something for me to say.
All right, I understand that. I definitely do. Now, you and a fellow Oscar nominee, y'all did like a actor-to-actor interview that went viral. Did you expect that at all?
No, I didn't expect that at all. That's with Kieran Culkin. And it was wild because I didn't know how we would vibe. And they suggested many people for me. And then they were like, what about Kieran Culkin? I thought, well, he's an interesting actor. But I don't know him as a personality. He seems like he talks fast, and I don't know if we're gonna vibe. But immediately, we just went in. And what people actually witnessed during that Actors on Actors, I think, is us really sparring and actually becoming friends.
Like in the moment. In the moment, like you said.
In the moment, truly.
That creates magic.
Yeah. We didn't set anything up. We were like, I don't know, let's catch the vibe. Oh, yeah. That went, happy Black History Month. That went viral.
I love that so much. You are just making history and just doing all types of stuff. Now, tell me, what's the trick to be able to co-chair the Met Gala? How does that work?
First of all, okay, it's kind of cool, right?
Yes.
You know, I went to the Met Gala for the first time last year, and I guess I made a good impression.
Clearly. Yes.
That was the vibe, right? That was the vibe.
That's a look.
Well, what's beautiful is that I think it's been a long time coming, and Miss Anna Wintour decided to focus on Black male tailoring, the Black male dandy, and it's called Superfine, the theme. So isn't that kind of cool?
I love that.
So now, so she invited me and A$AP Rocky and you know, LeBron and you know, Pharrell to be co-chairs with her.
This is gonna be extra special. I love it.
Oh, and Lewis Hamilton as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll be checking that out for sure. Do you remember, yes, give us some love. Do you remember your first time when you met Anna Wintour?
The first time, let's see, I met her in small doses, but I really met her when I went to the Ralph Lauren show this year. And it was beautiful and a gorgeous show, and you're going in and it's gorgeous, and horses and stables and things like that out on Long Island. And then I went to get my seat, and I'm going down, oh, my seat is number 36. I'm like, oh, that's my seat right there. And then I see my name, and then I see the name Anna Wintour. And literally, before I could digest that and shock take over my body, she sat down and said, hello, Colman. And I was like, hi, how are you? And you have to regroup really quickly.
I know.
And get yourself together, and we just got along like a house on fire.
You're so fancy.
We got along. It was beautiful. Yeah.
I like that a lot. Okay, we'll be looking for that combination at the Met Gala. That's gonna be awesome. And you look fierce right now.
Thank you.
Now, I hear you have some exciting news because we know you stay booked and busy, boo. But what's this exciting news you got about Euphoria for us?
We are filming now. It's happening.
We've been waiting for this for like...
It's happening. We're actually in production. We're in production, and we're going to deliver a stellar season 3.
My goodness.
I think, you know, Sam has been working so beautifully on this new season. It's taken a while, but when I tell you, it's going to be well worth the wait.
Okay, we cannot wait. Woo! What can we expect to see?
What can you expect to see? I don't know if I can tell you that. But
I tried it, y'all.
You're trying to get a little tea from me, aren't you?
Just a little bit.
You know, you're going to see the whole cast back, which is great. You know, the cast is back.
Yes.
And what else can I tell you? I can tell you that you're going to see another side of Ali that you have not seen, that maybe you wanted to see. So, you know, that's what I can tease.
Ooh, we can't wait for this. Oh, my goodness. I want to know, how do you pick your roles? Because you outdo yourself every single time.
You know what?
What's the trick?
Jennifer, I think I'm drawn to things that will change me, challenge me. I think something I'm curious about. If I think, and it could be a hero, it can be a villain, but if there's something in that character that I'm curious about, that I want to know, well, why does that person do that? And then I want to research and figure that out and embody that person so I can find out what makes them human, what makes them tick, what makes them weird, what makes them odd. I think that's what I'm drawn to. So usually that's why my career looks the way it does.
Yes.
You don't see, you know, I do whether Mr. in the Color Purple or Bayard Rustin and Rustin or doing Sing Sing. It's like very different characters, but characters that I always want to find and figure out their humanity.
You embody them all. That's why you stay Oscar nominated. I'm like, every year. Oh my goodness, they got to name an award after you soon. And I'm loving this. You are starring as Joe Jackson in the Michael Jackson biopic, baby.
Or something, yeah.
Wow. And then, did y'all see Jafar dressed like as Michael? What was that like when you got, do y'all see how much he looks like Michael?
You know what, it's uncanny. And let me tell you, the first day I met Jafar, Antoine Fuqua, our brilliant director, asked me to come out of the hair and makeup test.
Yeah.
And he said, oh, I want you to come to the soundstage because your sons are performing, one of the numbers, my sons. So I go out there and literally they're all in costume and performing. That's the first time I laid eyes on them. And when I tell you, I felt like I was looking at like, I don't know what, I thought I was looking at the Jacksons in like the 80s. And I was like, oh my gosh, how brilliant. And when I tell you impeccable performances, and Jafar is one of the kindest human beings, and he's special, and he's gifted. And he's not taking it lightly, playing his
uncle, right?
Uncle, exactly, which is beautiful. And so I felt very protective immediately. I felt like, oh, I think Joe felt some of this. You're protective over your family and what you've built and what you've made. And so I felt like I just wanted to make sure that they had everything they needed to do the phenomenal jobs that they're doing. So when it comes out in October, you guys are ready.
Woo, I can't wait for this. That's gonna be excellent. Now, we ready for that. In portraying Joe Jackson, like, has it changed your perception of him at all while portraying him?
It has, because I feel like anytime you need to research a character, and especially a character who has had such public scrutiny, you have to really examine the man. I wanted to look at this man who was from a very humble place and a blue-collar worker, and he had a bunch of kids, and they had talent, and he wanted to give everything he had to make sure they were the best. And they were, you know, he and his wife created some of the most phenomenal artists that has ever walked this planet. And so for me, I wanted to look at that, of what goes into that.
Okay, we gotta talk about Sing Sing. That film is amazing, first of all, and you're awesome in it. Every bit of that nomination is well deserved.
Thank you.
Yes. Now, for those who don't know what it's about, can you tell them what it's about?
It is about rehabilitation through the arts program at Sing Sing prison that was founded by the inmates there. You know, they started to have a practice of doing theater. And then by doing plays and building shows, they started to develop skills that they didn't even know they needed or they desired. Skills that help them have more empathy, express themselves in a different way, create characters, find themselves different. And it's had such an effect, a profound effect on the population, that there's a less than 3% recidivism rate, meaning that when you go out, you don't go back in, compared to 60% nationwide. So it's a program that works.
Wow,
so,
through the arts.
We talk about the arts healing. The arts truly have been healing.
Amazing way to utilize it. And I love this, majority of the people in the project were formerly incarcerated.
Yes, at least 90% of my cast.
What was that like? What was that like for you then?
You know what, I had to do myself a favor, honestly, by trying to find that place in myself to be as stripped bare, because these are men who had the lived experience.
Yes.
And they had some training while they were on the inside. But I had to find that part of John Divine G. Whitfield, who I play, inside of me. So I had to bring a bit more of Colman to it and be a bit more threadbare and less polished as an actor, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because I felt like I didn't want to stand out. I had to be a part of these guys, and I didn't want them to see the polish of an actor, to be honest. Yeah.
That's such an interesting perspective and take from an acting standpoint. I'm going into actor mode now. Like, wow, to have to approach it in that way.
Yeah, because it's those rare moments when you're asked to bring more of yourself, not just build a character that's outside of you. I mean, this is a character who was wrongfully accused of a crime, who has spent 25 years in prison. And so, you know, as a black man in America, I had to understand that I could be wrongfully accused of a crime. And how would I feel? How would I find ways to hold on to my humanity? How would I find art and find something that keeps the lights on in my heart and in my mind? And that's what John Divine G. Whitfield did. And that's what I portray.
And that's why we're nominated today. Woo. And in the movie, you and your co-star used the term beloved. Where did that come from?
That came from a Zoom meeting with my co-star, Clarence Macklin, just as a term of endearment. He said, oh man, you know, we don't use that word on the inside. I was like, what word do you use? He said, we use the word beloved. And it struck me that these strong men are using a word of such tenderness to each other.
Yeah.
And so they're holding each other not only accountable to, like, you know, do the deep digging work of finding, you know, softness, joy, a sense of play, but they're also calling each other, hey, beloved. The idea of calling another man beloved has nothing to do with sexuality or anything.
Right.
It's just saying, I love you and I see the grace in you and the beauty in you. And so when we say that to each other, it creates this beautiful ripple effect. So much so, yes.
There's power in it.
There's power in it. So much so, one of my colleagues stopped me at a show, backstage at a show in Paris, and he tapped me. I didn't know that he saw the film. He tapped me and just looked at me and says, hello, my beloved. And it was Andrew Garfield.
Oh.
And I thought, well, this is the effect that it's having
Yes.
on men, that we could hold spaces of tenderness to one another.
Yeah.
And I think it'll affect everybody. It'll affect their marriages, it'll affect their communities, it'll affect their children. And I feel like when we have more love in the world, it's got to start with us. We got to do the work.
That's true.
And these men were doing the work.
That's true.